go! Jake is so ready for this stream tonight. What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. Oh, right on the beat drop. Sorry, I was trying to time that perfectly, and I did it. Cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Nasty Scream 6 stream. That's what I'm calling it, the Nasty Mondays, everybody. Renan, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher that if I try to pronounce your last name, but Renan is saying, I don't think any returning character will be Ghostface unless it's a character kept a secret up until the very end, but none of those we will know will be in the movie. I like it, Renan. Good stuff. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna talk some crazy theories tonight. It's gonna be a fun time. Oh, Denisha's here saying howdy. Hey, what is up, Denisha? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member too. Appreciate that. Post a little Scream theory video for my Jason and Freddy tier patrons today, so go check that out. Is it March yet? I don't think I've been this anxious for a film ever. Not even Scream 5. Nice. Dude, me too, man. I can't wait. Brendan is here saying hi. Howdy, hey. What is up, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Stupid Fizz saying, yeah, that's the stare of a killer right there. Maybe. We're gonna talk a little bit about Jenna too tonight. A little bit about Jenna's suspicious scenes in this trailer. Ooh. Is this what Ghostface does when he or she gets revealed? Ooh, I hope so. Mark is saying, I am Ghostface. Mark, no spoilers in the chat, man. Jeez. I'm just kidding, Mark. Just messing with ya. Welcome. El Rio is saying hi, yo. I like the critter. I like the critter with the YouTube. That's really cool. I'm feeling a little woozy here. I like it, movie fan. Welcome. Rob Fitzgerald saying hi. Hello, Rob. Austin's here saying, hey, everyone, calling it now. Josh and Dermot are the killers. Oh, man, calling it right now, right here and now. Love it, Austin. I'm starting to think Kirby could be as well, but I think the third will be Liana Liberato. Ooh. We're going to talk about one of my crazy theories in a sec, kind of maybe in line with that. Ghostface's favorite saying hi. Howdy, hey. You and Michael in that pic. Look at that. Y'all are hanging out now and friends? Okay, all right. Michael doesn't have any new movies coming out, so he needs some friends. Michael's here too. Killjoy cult member. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. John Smith is here. Yo. Deanna Ryder. Hey, yo. How was your weekend, killer, Deanna? Oh, we got some stuff done. This weekend. Very exciting stuff. Welcome. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member too. Horror Den is here as well. What's up? Hello. Yes, we say hello for the first 10 minutes of the stream because I love talking with all y'all. So if you're like, oh my God, Jake, talk Scream already. Hello, Carl. Hello, Mr. Nestle Crunch. Hello, Mega Giants. And hello, Yurdy G. Yeah, Yurdy G's here. Yo, let's go. I'm here on time. Mofo, if Tara is one of the killers, I'm walking out. You know, I don't know how I feel about Tara as a killer. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that we'll talk about that in a sec here. But Old School's throwing $2 in there saying that Ghostface Museum, though. I know, Old School. Dude. Oh my God, that looks so cool. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna lose my mind at that scene. I'm absolutely gonna lose my entire mind. It's gonna be insane. Thank you for the $2, Old School. I appreciate the support. Thank you. May Ann is here too. What's up, May Ann? What's up? Hi. Scoob Pex, Scooby-Doo saying, what's up, Jake? Glad to see you. Are you stoked for the new Screamer? What? Yeah, I'm gonna start foaming at the mouth. I'm so excited, Scoob Pex. I just lost my mind for like half a second mid-conversation there. The Jakester, the Hankster is here too. What's up, Hank? Boom, let's go. Diamond Rattler's here. Yo. Don't talk, scream talk. This is how I talk all the time. I got a comment the other day from somebody who was like, do you just talk like this normally? Yes. I walk into Wendy's and I'm like, give me a chicken sandwich. Like that all the time. 100%. David Gibson. What's up, David? How's it going, man? What's up? Life of Dave is here. Sup? Ringmaster, howdy, hey. Love these discussions. Oh, I hope you do. I'm glad, David. Little quick off topic, still anxious and waiting for James Gunn's new DC slate for Phase 1. Strongly prefer DC over Marvel because it's more darker and experimental. I'm interested to see what James does. I don't really have too many hot takes on DC. I've never really been, like, I like, I like some Marvel movies, I do. I don't know, really the only DC thing that's ever so much so caught my attention was the Suicide Squad. I fucking like the latest one, the 2021 movie. Love that one. Kicks ass in my opinion. I don't know, the other ones that just don't hold my attention as much. So I will say I'm hoping James Gunn does right by it. No, I know a lot of DC fans are not super happy with that decision, but I hope he does right. I hope he does it good. That's all we can hope for, I guess, as fans. So I hope it's good. I hope it's good moving forward. I will, I give anything a shot. So I'm going into it with an open mind. So can't wait to see it. Night Owl is saying, I think Sam might be helping more than one person. Hang on, Night Owl. I'm gonna just take a pause for 2 seconds. I love this music, but I can't think with it. I can't think with it going. I want to jam, I want to like party. I want to, oh yeah, let's go. Like I want to just start clubbing listening to that music. Night Owl is saying though, I think Sam might be helping more than one. Like tracking one person down. We see a black watch or piece of black sleeve on the arm Sam is holding. Kirby's wardrobe is black. Tara's is blue and no watch. Helping more than one person down. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. But yes, yeah, I do think that whole ending sequence is going to take place at the shrine, and it's going to be completely fucking insane. Like from what we've seen in the trailer, it looks insane. It looks nuts. I'm so excited to see what goes on there. Who is Sam pointing that gun at? Like, there's so many. I have so many questions for what the heck is going on at the end of this. Sarah Campbell saying hello, Sarah. Sarah, I'm so sorry we got your name wrong so many times in the last stream. Sarah, there we go. See, I'm not messing it up now. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member, too. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a whole lot. So, okay. Today, Jake's not going to miss any of those fun little chats that like to come on screen that StreamYard doesn't like to show me sometimes. So I got the other thing up on another screen, so I'll see all the chats, I promise. I'm not gonna miss nothing today. And if I do, yell at me, say I'm a stinky poo-poo head, that's fine, I don't care. Keanu Jones is saying, you get me through my day, bro. Keanu, you get me through my day, dude, for watching these streams, and I appreciate it. So thank you. Mr. E Productions is saying it's Jake at the end in a red right hand costume. Yes! I'll be wearing a costume with the logo on it, advertising my movie in the new Scream film. Oh man, people will be like, "What? What's going on?" Mr. Nestle Crunch said they met Danielle Harris at Comic-Con. Nice, that's awesome, man. I'm jealous. And Andrew VXP is saying we finally got a trailer. I know, finally. So long of a wait. And then we finally got it. Good stuff, man. It's so good, too. Like, maybe my favorite Scream trailer ever. David saying, here's my theory. The Ghostfaces are assassins for hire from the dark web. Kirby is the financial backer and mastermind. What you think? I am not ruling out Kirby as a possible... I'm not ruling out Kirby as a possible killer, I'm really not. I know a lot of people are like, they're not gonna do that. This is good old-fashioned Kirby. It's not good old-fashioned Kirby. I can tell you that right now. Ain't gonna be the same character we saw back in Scream 4. Maybe some inklings of that, but we've even had I don't want to say from the horse's mouth, but that's how the expression goes. Hayden Panettiere is a very beautiful lady, but she has said herself that, like, this is going to be a very different version of Kirby while still having that, like, spitfire-y attitude that the character used to have all the way back in Scream 4, but... she's no longer a teenager. She's in her late 20s. She's going to be a different character. Maybe part of that change was going Ghostface, too. Hey, listen, man, I don't know. They didn't show too much of her in that trailer, and typically those trailers, they don't like to show too much of whoever the Ghostface killer is. So I have a few people in mind of who I think it could be, but I'm not ruling Kirby out, man. Maybe she's an early death, or maybe she dies at the beginning of the third act or something, but I'm not ruling her out as not being a killer yet. I need a little more before I can start saying that. So that is absolutely possible, my friend. Rob saying hi. What's up, Rob? Hello. Hamish is here saying hi as well. Yo. Lisa's here too, saying hi to Sarah, but didn't say hi to me. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you being here, Lisa. Thank you. I'm only gonna cry a little bit later. only a teeny tiny bit. Only a teeny tiny bit of crying. Ringmaster is saying, I don't think any of the survivors will be Ghostface, but I think a good number of them will die. It's not looking good for anyone except Sam, TBH. I completely agree. So I've been seeing, reason I put that on the thumbnail, reason I'm throwing that out there is because I'm seeing a lot of people say that maybe Tara is Ghostface in this new film because she looks kind of sus in that very, very quick shot of the trailer. But I'm gonna be honest, I think they edited that to make it seem like it's her dropping Sam off the balcony. I don't think it's her. That would be Man, that would be wild, in my opinion, to make Tara Ghostface. The only reason I think they would want to do something like that is because Jenna Ortega is popping right now and she's this huge star. But story-wise, I don't think it makes sense. You can't tell me from like a year later Tara goes Ghostface for some reason. I need a little more than that. I mean, I know she's got like it looks like she's got makeup on and all that, and I've seen some people say like, well, maybe that's like to make it look like her eyes are darker or something under the mask. Or I don't know, man. I've seen a bunch of crazy Tara theories. I don't know, man. I'm not vibing with it. I don't think she's gonna be Ghostface. I do think she will be a red herring, but I don't think she'll actually be the Ghostface killer. I don't even think she's gonna live through this film. I'm starting to lean towards her dying in this movie more or less. Just based on it's all based off the trailer. So what do I know? Who knows what the actual misdirects are in this trailer? But they did a good job, man. Didn't spoil too much. I got nothing. I have a few theories on who the killer could be, but I got nothing like concrete. So, and that's what a good trailer should do. That's what a good trailer should do, my friends. And just a reminder, now that we got 80 people in here, welcome to the chat. I greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with us tonight, but please, no spoilers. And I know I saw someone say on my last stream, like, how can you spoil a movie that hasn't come out yet? Well, some people unfortunately find those spoilers if you're going too deep into a Reddit thread or something. Unfortunately, sometimes they are out there, and I've heard some things through the grapevine that maybe some things are leaking out there. So none of that here. We're all fans. We don't want it spoiled. Don't want the movie spoiled for us. We want to have a good time. Get surprised by this puppy on March 10th when we all get to see it. So let's stay away from spoilers. I haven't seen anything yet. I just a little spoiler warning. You know, I don't want anybody getting spoiled. That would suck before it even came out. Ugh. Where's the fun in that? So don't be doing none of that. D Gray 2021 saying howdy hey. I'm saying howdy hey to you. He's saying, this person's saying, hey man, I'm thinking of the Broadway show will have a bigger plot line than the trailer makes it seem. The shrine, graffiti, projection screen, elevator part of the set/wardrobe. Yeah, I'm almost thinking that maybe that's like part of the theater or something where it's showing. I don't know, man. There's something going on there. That elevator leads into like what looks like this secret private screening room or something. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, this is something strange. I don't even know where that is. Yeah, it's one of those things where I don't even know where it's going to be, like location wise or even in the movie. I'm assuming like an early second act location they go there, and then maybe they go back there in the third act, because we get that line from Tara where she's like, oh, we got to trap them here. You know, that's our plan. We're gonna trap all the killers in this one room and take them out. So that's, I don't know, man. It's very mysterious. I do think that the Broadway show is going to play into that. Maybe that's their key to finding this location. That's what I'm trying to figure out, is figuring that all of that out about how they find this place out, and if it's part of the Ghostface killer's like lair or whatever. I don't know. There's so much to be desired that we don't have the answers to yet, and that has me very excited. Sarah Campbell gifted 1 Killjoy Jake membership, and Sarah, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I believe it was to Austin Daniels too, so congrats, Austin. Welcome to the club, which is definitely not a cult. Definitely not. 100% not a cult, but drink up that Kool-Aid, bud. Anyway, welcome, man. Enjoy some of the fun content you get here too. Some fun stuff, fun extra content. Smokey throwing spoilers out there. Snape kills Dumbledore and screams. Wait. Wrong franchise. Okay. That's okay. You know, that's all right. Dang it, man. Throwing me for a loop. No, I'm just kidding. Jenna Ortega's biggest supporter is here saying Tara is definitely not Ghostface. I have a feeling you don't want Jenna Ortega to die in this movie. I don't know. I got a feeling. Somewhere deep inside my gut, I got a feeling you don't want her to die. But it's one of those things where I love Jenna Ortega. She's incredible, dude. But like, if she dies in this movie, I don't think I'm gonna be mad. If it works with whatever works for the story, you know what I mean? I'm also one of those people that I don't think that dying in a horror movie is necessarily a bad thing. Like, I've seen a lot of people who are just so excited to get killed by like Michael Myers or like Ghostface in these movies behind the scenes, and it's like, it's so exciting. That's awesome. I also am in that same boat. Like, I don't want to live if I'm in a horror movie. I never want to, like, I want to die if I'm gonna get cast in a horror movie. I want to get murdered. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I really love the idea of getting covered in blood and makeup and all that and having to pretend like my arm's cut off or something. I love it. Like, oh, that's just so much fun to me. So don't be upset if one of your favorite actresses or actors dies in this movie. I bet they'll have a blast. I bet they had a blast filming that, I guess is my point. Corey is saying, hello, everyone. Sending you all good vibes from Winnipeg. Welcome, Corey. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for the good vibes, man. I appreciate that. What else do we got here from y'all? Alejandro saying there is a new leak and Stu is behind this. He's going to dance after he takes off his mask and confess the love he always had for Billy. Oh, they were definitely gay. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise, Alejandro. I love it. Wow, I can't wait to see that in Scream 6. How many of the core 4 do you think dies? I think only one, and it'll be Tara. This will set up like a new trio of Sam and the twins. I could 100% see that happening. I really don't have any indication that Chad or Mindy is going to die in this movie. I like even that well maybe Mindy, maybe Mindy, but there's that one shot of her on the ladder when she's going across or whatever, but you can see I almost said Danny. You can see Devin Nakata on the other side of the window still having to cross. Later on in the trailer, we then see Ghostface at the ladder, then sticking his knife into the window sill, and it kind of looks like he's gonna start shaking the ladder all over the place while Devin Nakata's still on it, maybe even flipping it so she falls to her death. That's my guess as to how that scene's gonna go. I think Mindy's gonna get out of that totally fine, but not so much for old Devin. So don't think that's gonna be the case. But anyways, let's see what else we got. Deanna's saying, I am honestly fine with anyone dying in this film now. Dewey going 6 feet under was the hardest, so any death now is easier to take. Well, you make a good point. You got me there. That's a great point right there. Dewey's death was one of the most tragic in the franchises. It was really hard to, really tough to watch. That was very upsetting. Child's Play fan is saying, I think the main Ghostface killer won't be revealed in Scream 6. Ooh. Maybe we do kind of like his henchman or whatever, his or her henchman is like, oh, they're revealed, but the one gets away. Ooh. That actually might be cool. I'm not against that. Once again, I think that this is their only, I'm saying once again because I say this a lot, this is really their only opportunity to do a big cliffhanger leading into another movie here. Obviously, 7 is not 100% confirmed at this time, but like most of these requels, they have been trilogies. Star Wars, Jurassic World, Halloween, I mean, they're all trilogies. I'm not 100%. I wouldn't be shocked if in a month, like let's say April, it gets announced that Scream 7's coming, is happening. Especially with how this one's probably going to do really well. There's so much hype for it. That so many people are so excited about this movie. I seriously think it's going to happen, even though it's not confirmed right now. And like I said, I think they kind of have an idea that it's going to happen. They knew Scream 6 was going to happen because they booked locations all the way back in January before the movie even, before Scream 5 had any box office success. So I think it's happening. Obviously no confirmation at this time, but I'm like 99% sure Scream 7 is on the way after this one. Sean is here. Yo, what's up, man? I think they're going to pull Ghostface's mask off and it'll be Tara. Then they'll realize Tara's face is also a mask, so we're going full SpongeBob here. And they'll pull that off, revealing Tara to be Stu. Tara has been Stu the whole time! Oh, man. Sean, man, you're speaking my language. God, that's the only thing I want with this new... Oh, my God. I don't know, Sean. I don't know about that, man. I love you, buddy, but that one's whack. No, I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. I love it. Oh, that's funny as fuck, dude. That's funny as fuck. You should start working out hardcore. I've been working out a little bit every morning and it's kicking my ass. That's what I'll say. But thank you. I put on a bunch of weight to play Jamie in Red Right Hand, and now I'm trying to lose all that weight, and it's tough. Your boy likes him some Waffle House at 3 a.m, let me tell you, and that's a no-go if you're trying to lose weight. So it's tough. It's tough. Ringmaster is saying, Jake, do you think Mindy will die in the subway? There's a scene. Yes, that's actually where I was going with that one thought, Ringmaster, and my ADHD was just like, yeah, no, we're going to talk about something else. But yeah, I think that they're teasing it. I think that they're teasing it because now twice in the trailers, they've kind of teased to us that like maybe she's in harm's way. Maybe she could die. I feel like it's misleading, personally. I don't think she's going to die. I feel like they're going to tease that till the end of time, and they're not going to actually do it. Kind of like, I feel like it's the same thing with Stu. Like, I feel like they're never going to confirm that Stu is dead because it's this big, hard-hitting conversation with fans. They're never gonna stop that because they don't want the conversation to stop. They want, if the conversation keeps going for Scream, they'll just keep making these movies and they'll just keep making money because maybe Stu comes back, you know? So I think it's the same thing kind of with Mindy or just with any kind of in the trailer, hey, let's make you think that this beloved character may or may not die. Of course they're gonna do something like that. So yeah, I don't think she's actually going to die, but I think they're going to tease to us that maybe she's in danger in this movie because they've done it twice now between the teaser and the actual trailer. So it could happen. Hey man, it could happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. John Smith is throwing $2 out there. John, thank you so much for the support, man. Saying, what if the killer is the mom, Christine Carpenter? Well, no one's confirmed to be playing Christine Carpenter, so or Christine, whatever, Christina Carpenter. I don't think she's even going to be in the movie. But hey, man, maybe she gets introduced. The killer's always somebody who's kind of like hidden in plain sight, at least one of them. So I feel like they're not going to stray from that, although I do think that this movie's going to be very different formula-wise. I don't think they're going to stray too far away from that, though. But yeah, Christina Carpenter has not, like, once again, just not an announced character yet, so I don't think she's going to be in this movie. I'm sure many people are disappointed by that. I've seen so many Christina Carpenter theories, but all I really how I feel about Christina Carpenter is that she's just a crappy mom. She wasn't in Scream 5 because she had to do some conference in London, even though her, daughter almost died. So I don't know. I guess I'm just not that interested in Christina Carpenter because she just sounds like a crappy character personally, but that's just me. John, thank you for the $2 though. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What else do we got? Blockadin is saying, is Scream 6 the scariest Scream? I hope so. I think it has the potential to be. And that's why I'm really looking forward to it. I want them to go full-on scary slasher movie, man. Like, I feel like a lot of these movies are pretty chill. And they're fun for that reason, though. But now I'm like, let's take, every horror franchise likes to get, like, schlockier or cheesier, sillier as they go along. Scream has always been a little corny and more fun and all that. What if this franchise just got scarier as it went along? I'm like, that would be insane. That would be such a cool and different way to write a whole ass franchise. I don't know. I'm personally, I'm like, that would be a really cool route for them to go, just to keep things constantly more exciting. They have so much potential that they could build up to because of where they're starting at, that I feel like they can always make these movies a little scarier. So I'm down to see something like that. I'm really down to see that happen. Should they have put that shot of Tony in the bathtub in the trailer? Sam, I guess I don't, it's not that big of a deal in my mind. Also considering that they really didn't spoil too many big things about the rest of the characters. Tony Revolori, I think we knew going into it, was going to be a side character. Anyways, we really only saw the guy in a few shots. I don't think it's that big of a deal, personally. I think when just anything gets spoiled about these movies or anything big, like, people are gonna, like, go crazy about it. But that, to me, is not the biggest deal. We don't see the kill happen, too. It's just a shot of Mindy running into the bathroom or whatever and just being like, she doesn't make that owl noise I just made, like that. But she does run in there and looks scared, seeing Tony dead in the tub. But it's gonna be awesome to actually see that kill, though. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen that yet. And that, to me, is going to be the exciting part of it, not Mindy walking in and seeing it after we've already seen him get murdered. So I'm like, we didn't see that, so that to me is not that big of a spoiler. If they showed, someone taking off a Ghostface mask in the trailer, I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be like, okay, well, that's one of the killers, cool. Like, that would suck. Or part of the villain speech at the end, let's say it's Dermot Mulroney being like, hey, I'm gonna kill some people and here's why, I'd be like, dude, don't be putting that in the trailer. Don't be doing that. But I think, for now, I think we're good. But Johnny Hideout UK put a very hilarious sticker. I love it, man. Little dude dancing with little, what are these things? Poofs? I always forget what those are called. Cheerleaders use them. I don't know what they're called. There's something. Thank you, Johnny, for the super sticker, man. I appreciate it. Love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. Oh. Child's Play fan is saying, unless the killer is Stu or related to Stu, it has to be a new character. There aren't many OG characters to draw from, if any. Well, we do have 4 survivors from the last one. I think that's kind of what they're talking about from that last comment before. So like, just like considering the core 4, could any of them be Ghostface? I'm leaning towards no. I almost think it would be more shocking to kill one of these characters opposed to make them Ghostface. I mean, if they become Ghostface, it's likely that they'll die at the end, although your boy does want a Ghostface escaping for once. I think that might be cool, but I do want to see, I think killing one of the core 4 is kind of necessary at this point. I think it's going to raise the stakes for whatever the next entry is going to be, one way or the other. And also it depends on who they kill to make that even more exciting. Like if they kill Chad, that's going to make Mindy have a lot more of a, like just a crazier arc in the next movie. But Sam's the lead character. So if they kill Tara, that makes the most sense in my mind. I like that. If they were like, Jake, right the end of this movie, I kill Tara. That's what I would do, just to build up Sam for the next movie. Potentially even have her trying to hunt down the people that killed Tara, which I think would be a really fun movie. That would be absolutely insane. Who do I think the killers are? So my thoughts right now, and this is likely to change because I think Dermot Mulroney and Kirby are interchangeable, just because they kind of both have a certain, like they're both involved with the FBI, like not the FBI, but like some kind of Justice Department, if it's being a cop, a detective, being an FBI agent. I think these two characters are interchangeable, but I think absolutely 100% without a doubt, Dermot Mulroney or Kirby is the killer in this movie. And I'm also, this one I'm not 100% sure on, but this is just kind of a guess. If it's Dermot, I think it's their sidekick is going to be Liana Liberato. And I'm thinking because Dermot Mulroney has already told us that he is a cop and he has a daughter that was a victim to Ghostface. I'm thinking that maybe, yes, he does have a daughter, but he was lying about the whole Ghostface thing. Ghostface killing his daughter thing. And I think it's not going to be revealed until later on in the movie that Liana Liberato's character is actually his daughter. That's just my running crazy theory, put on your damn tinfoil hat kind of theory. That's just what I'm thinking right now. I'm not 100% sure about anything. These are theories, but that's just my theory. That's my running theory. I think that could be it, because it has to be a cop due to all that evidence in that room, man. How else did they get that? Unless like our main killer's like a billionaire or something that can get past the cops. I think 100. I think what would make the most sense is if it was a cop character that becomes a killer, and that's the lead person. But who knows? Maybe they've written something else to kind of subvert expectations. But I think that might be something cool because it's something they've never done before. So I'm down for it. I am so down for it. Cito Plays is throwing $2 in there too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Saying Gale has to die to make Sydney return in 7. So I've heard this before, and I don't personally think that. I don't, not 100% on that. But man, I've seen people say this because then it's like, well, then you can have a movie focusing on Sydney, where this movie focuses on Gale. You don't have to kill the character to do that, though. Like, I think you can absolutely make a movie where Gale lives through this and then have Sydney be the focus of the next one if you want, if that works for the story. But I don't know. I don't think Gale's going to die, because that, like I've said this before, I'll say it again, and I stand by it. This is their one connection to all of the other movies, and these movies are obsessed with making everything connect. I personally don't think they have to do that, but they feel the need to, and they're not gonna kill this character because it's the one character who's been in all of these movies. I think they're gonna have a lot of, like, they're gonna have a great chase. That the whole sequence in the trailer is gonna be awesome. I don't think she's gonna die there, though. I think she's gonna escape and get out, and that's not gonna be her death. So that's just my thoughts as of right now. Maybe I'm totally wrong because they killed Dewey, man. I mean, nobody's safe. Gale's not. I'm not saying Gale's safe because she's not. But I really don't. I think I'm leaning towards her not dying in this film because of that. So that's just my theory right now. But I'm also not ruling out Sidney Prescott coming back for the next movie. So that absolutely could happen as well. If it happens, that would be great. I think that would be awesome. But Gale doesn't have to die to make that happen. So those are just my thoughts, though. Cito Plays, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Scott Walker saying yes, to have all those props from previous killers, has to have access to police storage. Pretty much. I'm I don't think that was a giveaway in the trailer, but I do think that's going to lead into one of the killers ultimately being, yes, a police officer, FBI agent. I almost think it would be cooler for Kirby to be the killer too, because then you can connect 4 to all of this and kind of make like 4, 5, and 6 this trilogy, where like those movies really 4 and 5 and 6 now aren't really connected besides the Kirby thing. So if you can set that up where Kirby is the killer this time around, I will be genuinely impressed if it's written well. So I think that would be insane if they did something like that. She's an FBI agent. She's trained. She could be that crazy professional Ghostface. It's totally possible in my mind. It would not be too far of a reach for me. Dermot and Liana could be the Wes and Judy theory people wanted, a parent-child. Yes, that's kind of where I'm going with it. We've never really seen that relationship happen where it's like a dad and a daughter duo killing people. That's crazy, man. That'd be insane. The relationship would be different and interesting. The motive could be something personal, family-wise, whatever. Maybe they're just obsessed with Ghostface. You know, maybe they're just people who are like, well, this is so cool. All these serial killers, these 9 serial killers are connected with these Ghostface costumes they all wore, and most of them were going after Sidney Prescott. It's the biggest true crime story ever in their world. So I'd imagine some people are probably super obsessed with it. I mean, this is a fucked up comparison, but that's like the MCU for true crime fans in this universe. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this is like the craziest shit ever when someone decides to go Ghostface. It's fucked up. It's fucked up to glorify something like that, but that also might bleed into the commentary of Scream 6, which could be something fun to play around with and relate to the real world. But Villain Killin' Dylan is throwing $5 out there. VKD, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Saying, you're like the 10th guy to try this. It never works out for the dipshit in the mask. Ghostface grabs guy in background. Yes. Dude, that scene is going to be awesome. Like, even if Gale dies, which I don't want to happen, it's going to be pretty fucking cool, though. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be pretty sick. I'm so ready for that scene. It's going to be insane. Man, I don't know. The reveal, the guy getting killed in the background. There's so much happening in this movie just from the trailer alone that I'm so excited to see on the big screen. Oh, so good. So good, man. Love it, Dylan. Thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate that. Scott Walker, so it's rumored that Kirby is an FBI agent. I don't believe that's confirmed. It may be now, but last time I remember hearing that was from a third-party source, so I'm pretty sure it's true, but it is just a rumor if I remember correctly. But that might have actually just got confirmed recently. I know a bunch of like weird stuff that I've been talking about for a long time got confirmed with like when the trailer came out with a new article, and I'm like, oh, cool, like sick. All these things I've been saying are actually true. Fantastic. So, but yeah, I'm not 100% on that, but I do think she is going to be an FBI agent in this movie. As Yet Untitled is here, is saying, just binge watched the franchise. Holy crap. I wish I had that. I wish I had that time to watch 5 movies just back to back to back like that. I still think a second killer is in Scream 6. Yeah, I'm still, or in Scream 3. I absolutely believe that Angelina was the second killer in that movie. I don't know if they're going to touch on that here in Scream 6. I don't think they need to. I think it's just kind of a cool little tidbit that maybe Angelina got away and she's in Cabo or something. She's in somewhere in Mexico just hanging out. You know what I mean? Something like that. I'm fine with it. I think that's actually kind of cool. It's like a hidden detail from Scream 3 you might have missed. It's cool, man. But also the idea of a third killer in Scream 5 for the Dewey death. Could it be the same person? Is that this killer? I genuinely don't know why people are so upset with Amber being the one to kill Dewey. I don't get it. It makes perfect sense to me. I'm fine with it. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stretches in this franchise, and that doesn't even come close to being one of the craziest ones. And that seems to be something that a lot of people are so obsessed with. I don't know. I don't get it. I think it was absolutely Amber. I don't see a point in changing that retroactively now. Maybe if they write something in this new movie, but I think it's fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I think it's fine. We also have Amber pretty much confirming that it was her in the last act. Like if we can confirm nothing else retroactively about the movie of who killed who, I think the one thing that's absolutely certain is that Amber did kill Dewey, because they have that whole conversation in the kitchen, her and Gale. So if they decided to retcon that now, I don't know. That would be just so messy. I don't know how they could do that successfully, personally. But I think it was absolutely her. But But to go off of that, I wouldn't rule out a third killer in Scream 5 because there was some weird, unexplained things about that movie that could be like not fixed, but built upon in Scream 6, if that makes sense. Like, I think there was a lot of technology that was used by Ghostface this time around, and we never got a clear answer as to who developed that, who was the one to make all of that. We never got a clear answer towards that, including like the voice changer during the phone call, the whole clone. Well, not okay. That's actually something totally different, but. Ghostface being able to hack into Tara's like security thing at her house and be able to undo that. What was up with that? Is there something more to that we may have missed? Well, we do know that Chad was super into this Find My Fam app thing on his phone. So it kind of makes me think that maybe this guy's super into technology. Maybe he was a third killer the whole time. I feel like I don't think I would rule that out as something that they could throw into Scream 6. And I personally wouldn't be against it. I think it actually might be pretty interesting if they did something like that. Because that would also make you want to go back and rewatch 5 and be like, wait, Chad was a killer the whole time? Let's rewatch this and see if there's anything to that. So why were those bruises on his arm? You know, was that football practice? I feel like that's still up in the air. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I think that might be actually something fun to play around with. As yet untitled. I love it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Holy crap. I got a lot of comments from people. Michael saying, what do you think of the theory that there was a third killer in 5? The Dewey killer was someone. I don't think it was somebody else. Yeah. I do like the third killer. I basically just gave that whole speech, Michael, but yeah, I do think it's possible there was a third killer, but I don't think it was, if anything, I could see somebody else being the opening kill, going for Tara, and then being unsuccessful at that. Maybe they were like kicked off the assignment. Like maybe let's say that was Chad at the very beginning. That's where Chad got all those bruises, was from trying to kill Tara and doing it unsuccessfully. And then maybe Richie was like, hey, like I thought you were supposed to be the muscle to this operation. What the hell? Like, no, okay, you're off. Amber, you're on. You're going out. Go out to the field. Start killing people. So I almost feel like that could work, but I don't know. That to me is more the weirder spot, because I'm like, okay, who was that? Was that Richie? Did he just drive back to Modesto, or what's going on there? So that I think could work. But I don't know. I don't think Dewey's scene needs any more to build off of it, personally. Poison is saying, do you think Mindy's scene in the trailer was just a hallucination? Sidney Prescott hallucinations after the first movie. I don't know if they'll play into that again, but technically that's something they've already done in 5 with the Billy Loomis stuff, so I wouldn't rule it out. But me personally, I like when these movies just stay in the bounds of reality, unless it's like a dream sequence or something. Like even the stuff in Scream 3 gets a little out there for me, and it just feels a little unnecessary. Like the Billy Loomis stuff, the only reason I really excuse it from 5 was because it was just cool to see Skeet Ulrich back, you know, but it was unnecessary. They didn't have to put that in there. But hey, Skeet Ulrich came back, reprised like one of the coolest killers in horror history. So how can I be mad at that as a horror fan, you know? So I really hope they don't do hallucinations again, because I once again, I just feel like if it's not motivated, don't do it. But it was cool. It was cool to see Skeet back, man. I love Skeet Ulrich. He's a great actor. I wish he had bigger roles, honestly. So it was cool to see him back in the franchise for sure. I can see the shrine being Gale's. Ooh, okay, that's a crazy theory. I'm kind of digging that. Techno Tony. I hope I'm doing that right. Or is it Technodony? Techno Tony. I'm gonna call you Tony. Tony, I like this. I like this idea of the shrine being Gale's. That would be kind of crazy. Because I mean, she's been in New York for a while too. Don't forget. So maybe what has she been up to? We don't know. Dewey pieced out of there pretty early too, man. She had a whole stretch of time where she was chilling in New York, doing stuff, doing her morning show and all that. She's got some money probably at this point. Could make sense if she's got the shrine. That actually might be a good twist too. Maybe she's keeping it like, not because she's a killer or something. Maybe she's keeping it to keep it away from everybody else, to like not inspire anybody to go Ghostface. Let's keep all the Ghostface and stab movies all in this space, kind of like the room in The Conjuring, where it's like, if all these things are here, you're not letting the genie out of the bottle. You know what I mean? It's almost like kind of showing to us that all the Ghostface memorabilia and the Stab movies, even themselves, kind of hold this power over people, and it's kind of fucked up in a way. That's actually, that's a really cool theory. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty wild. That would be such a twist too, because I think right now, I think most people are pretty sold on that being like the killer's lair. But if it was something like that, where it was like, oh, this is a good thing, that's pretty creepy. I like that. I don't know if that's the route they're gonna go, but I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by it. I like it. Legion is throwing $5 in there, and Legion's a Killjoy cult member. Thank you so much for that support, man. I appreciate that. Saying, what if it's Billy's ghost as Ghostface, and he says he's something different. Ghostface possesses the robe, his old robe and old mask, and runs around, and when they try to unmask him, it just falls. It's just an actual ghost as Ghostface. Hey man, never rule anything out. Never rule anything out. But I like that these movies are not supernatural, and I think that's what makes them so special. Is that you don't need a different killer every single time. It's always somebody different who wears the mask. That's just a really fun aspect to these movies. That it's always like you're always looking for somebody new. It's never somebody else from the past, and that's something kind of cool. It can, like, I'm not saying it can't work. That like, oh no, don't have anybody from the past show up who was thought to be dead but can come back to life. I'm not saying that can't work, but I don't know. I personally always think it's a little more interesting if it was someone real. So someone real, someone new, someone who isn't thought of as dead. But hey, listen, we brought back Kirby, so we can bring back anybody, Legion. Keep the hope alive. I love it. Thanks for the $5, man. I really appreciate it. Love it. What else do we got here? Austin saying, actually, it does make sense if the shrine is Gale's. She's been there during all the killings, so she knows everything. The more you pitch this whole Gale thing, I'm like, the more it makes sense. That's actually a great point too. She could have collected all that shit afterwards. Maybe. She was married to Dewey. Well, yeah, she was with Dewey. My point is, she was with Dewey for so long. Who knows? She could have gotten access to something. That's totally not out of the question. I think, Austin. That's really fascinating, because if that's fucking Gale's, also, hang on. Wait, now the gears are turning, man. The gears are turning. We get this picture from Entertainment Weekly like a couple weeks ago. She's the one going up the elevator. She's the one leading everybody in there. Even in the trailers, same thing. We go up this crazy elevator, and guess what? All that Ghostface stuff is up there. So maybe it is hers, dude. I think that's fucking, wow, that's fucking awesome, man. Dude. I might have to make a video about that. That's some good stuff right there. I really like that theory. Warren John's throwing $5 in there. Warren, thank you for the $5, dude. Thank you. Saying, hey Jake, I think Andy Warhol on the train tells us there's a cult involved. There was an attempt on his life from a cult. Ooh, good. It's a really good catch. Nice. There was a lot of weird little characters there too. Like there was like a David Bowie as well, which like non-horror themed characters running around, which was kind of like, that's interesting. What's going on with that? Maybe it's just people dressed up in costumes. Maybe it's a fun set piece. Maybe somebody on set like David Bowie. Maybe someone on set like Andy Warhol, or it could be a little allusion to a cult, which I'm also not against. I love the cult of Ghostface theory. That could absolutely be something here. We see so many ghost faces teased to us in that teaser and the trailer itself on the subway train. I think a lot of those people are just people in costumes, like running around for Halloween, but it could be this cult of Ghostface finally surrounding them all on this train, which could make for a crazy sequence, Warren. I'm not against it, dude. I'm really not against the whole cult thing. I think it could be done here better than in any other movie. So I love it. Do it in New York City, crazy big city, 10 million people and all that. They're even teasing that it's like big numbers this time around, big city. Things are getting bigger conceptually too. That could be it, Warren. I like it. Thanks for the $5, dude. Thank you. Brian is here from Slasher in Suits. What's up, dude? What's up? Look at this stream. Killing it, Jake. I don't trust any new cast members who wasn't in 5. I don't either, Brian. I don't trust any of these people. I don't even trust Sam. I don't even trust Gale. I don't trust any. If they're in a Scream movie, I don't trust them until the third act. Let me actually, I don't trust them until the credits roll, because I've been wrongfully like feeling safe at one point, and I was like, okay, things are chill. Nope. No, 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 no. No, 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 my friend. I love it. I love it, dude. Trust no one in these movies. That's like one of the rules, man. It's one of the rules. Jarrett saying it's been a while since I could make it to a live stream. Jarrett, thanks for the $5, dude. Thanks for being here. I'm excited for Scream 6. I don't see both sisters making it out alive. Dude, I agree. I really think Tara's a goner. I think Tara's done. She's a goner in my opinion, but I want her to live. I love Jenna Ortega. She's incredible, but also it makes a lot of sense, right? They're setting up something with Sam. I don't know what that is. I could be totally wrong about her maybe going rogue Ghostface. She's like the good Ghostface that wants to kill all the other ones running out there. That could be a really cool twist for her character, man. Kind of anti-hero Ghostface. I'm so down for them to set up something like that with her character. But something's coming with Sam. It's going to be some kind of big twist. And it has to do with her killing a bunch of people, I think, because she's got that darkness inside of her. She's even saying it in the trailer. She's still struggling with that. And it followed me here to New York. I'm telling you, they're doing something with that. And killing Tara would be that would be the match to the to the bomb, essentially, to really set that ablaze. I think that could be something nuts. I would be totally down to see something like that happen, but who knows? Who knows? I just want a good story. I want a kick-ass story more than anything. Jarrett, thanks for the $5, dude. Thank you. And Legion coming in clutch with another super chat too. Thank you so much, Legion. I appreciate that. Saying, wouldn't Amber's womanly body shape and all the other female ghost faces give them away on which ghost face they are? Well, Legion, at the end of the day, these are movies, my friend. And you just can't go that far into detail because yes, it probably in real life it totally would. Like, also in real life, I don't think people would be using knives if they wanted to kill somebody. So, it's one of those things where it's like if you're gonna read that into it, then maybe you won't enjoy the film. That's how I see it. At least I think I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't give it into that. I don't think that way because the actor playing Ghostface is probably like this tall dude or something that like looks a little more menacing because of his height or whatever. I don't know. Me personally, I guess I just don't look into it that much. But the other thing about Amber killing Dewey is she was wearing a bulletproof vest, so you wouldn't be able to really see her body shape, which is like a weird thing to say, I know, but like that's really the only way I could explain that. But yeah, so I don't think that gives Amber away personally. Maybe in the past we could fuck around with that. That's a weird reason for like Jill, for instance, maybe to not be so obvious as a killer. I don't know. I don't read into it that much personally, and I think I have more fun with movies for that reason. So Legion, thanks for the $5, dude. I appreciate it. Sarah's throwing $5 in there too, saying I feel like it was Gail. I feel like if it was Gail, she wouldn't call it a shrine. Oh, that's a good point. She said she wanted the fuckers to die in anonymity, but I can see her keeping evidence. That's actually a really good point, Sarah. But once again, going back to that though, I'm really conflicted here because you're right. It like she calls it a shrine. That almost kind of glorifies it in a weird sort of way, which is strange. But at the same time, she does say that too about dying in anonymity. Anemone. That's kind of like I got Finding Nemo in the brain now after trying to say that word and struggling with it. But yeah, no, I almost feel like maybe this is her way of doing that. Essentially, is by keeping this, collecting all of it, and keeping it in one place where no one else can see it or have access to it. Maybe that's kind of her way of letting them die ambiguously and not in the public eye, not making a big stink about it so nobody else has an interest. I don't know. That's something that I think is kind of fascinating with these movies, and I feel like they're going to play into that maybe a little more in this new movie because that line it really sticks out. At the end of that movie, it's like, oh, this is not something Gale Weathers would usually do or say. Interesting. So I feel like we might see that carried into 6 now, and this could be a motive for her to want that to have that room. I'm leaning against it though. I got to say that I don't know. It's really tough. I'm on the fence about it, but it does fascinate me, and I think it's something I want to talk about. I do want to point this out though, Sarah. This is a great point about how she does call it a shrine, and you calling something a shrine like that almost does kind of glorify what's going on in there, because that means place of worship essentially. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, Sarah. That's a really good point. There's two sides to this coin, and I love arguing it. It's good stuff. Sarah, thanks for the $5. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. David Gibson is saying the projectors are showing Charlie's kills from Scream 4. You know, I've watched the trailer a few times. I can't tell, David, man. I genuinely, let's find that. Let's pull that picture up right now. So I was kind of thinking that maybe these were actual kills. I can't tell from the very little footage we got. I'm still not 100% sure, but that would be really cool if it was. And that would almost be, I just read a really funny comment, sorry. But yeah, I think it would be cool if that was the case. And then also if then Kirby was the killer too. Wouldn't that kind of be perfect if like it was like, oh, all the footage that they filmed and kind of talked about from Scream 4, that's playing up on the screen, and this is all Kirby's doing. There's a part of me that kind of wants to see that. I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of people would be pissed off to see something like that, but Kirby's not going to be the same character once again. They've made that unbelievably clear with this new movie. But she was kind of a last-minute addition to the script, which is maybe my biggest turnoff to her being a killer in this movie. It would almost kind of feel like a rewrite in a sort of weird way. There's been a lot of theories that have suggested that maybe she stepped into Neve Campbell's position in the movie, and they just kind of rewrote it to work with Kirby potentially being in the movie. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll tell you what, I'm not against it at all, David. I think it could be really cool if they pull that off somehow. And you'd have to connect Kirby to Jill and Charlie somehow. I don't know how you could do that, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. Wouldn't say it's impossible though. Love it, David. Good stuff, man. Thanks for the $2. If that is Charlie's killings too, that's really fucking cool. Like that's fucking sick if that is what's playing there. Apocalypse Ready is saying, I do think the killer in Scream 6 is a guy, just because in the grocery store scene he looks relatively tall, not to mention he took out 2 buff-ass guys and disarmed the owner. Just feels like a guy. A girl could do that too, my friend. A girl could absolutely do that too. But my one thing is, like, I just don't go off of what the killer's appearance is, if they're really tall or whatnot, because once again, they don't have Dermot Mulroney doing that scene there. It's another actor. It totally is. It's like a stunt double who's running around doing all those kills and all that. So I don't think you can really base the theory. Personally, I don't think you can base the theory off of that, because they don't have the actor who's probably actor or actress who's gonna be revealed as the killer playing them. It's always a stunt double. It's always somebody else. So I don't know. I don't think that really says like one way or the other gender wise. Because man, a lot of badass women out there. Tell you what. So Legion is throwing $2 in there saying Gail didn't say shrine. What? No, she definitely said shrine, my friend. She said she has the she says that in the trailer when they walk in, and I can't remember who says this, but someone's like, what is this? What is this place or something? And I think it cuts to her and she says it's a shrine or something. So I do believe she says that. Someone says it in the trailer. I'm 99% sure it was Gail though. I can see the scene in my mind. So so I'm pretty sure that was the case. But whatever happens there, whose ever shrine it is, I'm excited to see that on March 10th. I'll tell you what, Legion. Thanks for the $2. Thank you. Omni is saying they were always planning for her to be in 5. They openly stated that then they stated they instead would bring her into the next movie. Kirby was always returning with or without other characters. Well, so yes, they do have that little Easter egg in 5. But Neve Campbell was also supposed to return as Sidney Prescott in this movie. Once again, I am going off of a rumor that she's kind of stepping into Sidney's role, so I'm not like 100% sure on that, but I'm really excited to see her back in this movie in whatever capacity that, whatever kind of role she plays. I will say, because she's only featured in the trailer at such a small extent, I will say that kind of makes me a little more suspicious of her. Typically, if you go back and watch a lot of those Scream trailers, the killers are not featured all that much, so I think that's kind of fascinating, personally. So I'm typically looking at the people who aren't in the trailer as much, like Dermot Mulroney, Liana Liberato. I'm not really suspicious of Samara Weaving anymore, because I'm like 99% sure she's the opening kill. Who else am I kind of suspicious of? Henry Czerny absolutely is like at the top of my list. I'm kind of suspicious of maybe Josh Segarra, but I don't think it's going to be a theoretical love interest again. I just broke my pencil. I just broke it. I'm gonna cry. I used to get so upset breaking pencils in school. Like, I was like, dang it. Now how am I supposed to clip this onto my belt? Dang it. I'm gonna stop playing with that so I stop breaking things. I'm actually a child. I am actually a 24-year-old child. Smokey is saying, what if Scream 6 ends up being April Fool's Day? No one dies. It's all an exercise by Sam's therapist to help her cope with her killer instinct and past trauma. so she shows up, and this is all just in her head about like, oh, what would it be like to fantasize about murdering my friends? I don't know. I feel like that's the equivalent of like if you end an entire series and saying it was all just a dream, you know? It's a little disappointing if they do something like that. I don't know. I kind of want to see some real murder, you know? Like not theoretical murder. But that's just me. That's just me personally. But also when Tara says we need to trap him in the trailer, it's cut in the middle of the line. I think it's the giveaway for a cult, as well as none of the mannequins have masks in the shrine. Dude, that would be awesome. I'm so not against, like I said earlier, I'm so not against a cult. I could totally see that happening here. There's so many little hints that maybe that's the case too. So that could be it. That's a really good point about all the masks. Where are they? Where the fuck are they? But my other thing about that though is, and maybe we don't see enough in the trailer to be able to tell this, but I will say that we've only seen one mask that is all like gross and kind of like cracked up and craggly. I just want to keep saying that word craggly, but we've only seen that once. I'm pretty sure this is the same mask every time we've seen it, and the rest of them look fairly newer. So my thoughts there is maybe there's like one person who's wearing an old mask from one of the other killers, and everyone else is maybe wearing new masks for some reason. This is to kind of indicate that this is like the leader of the cult. But let's say there's 9 of them, just like how there was 9 killers in all of the previous movies. What is what are they all wearing those different masks? Like I could see the newer white masks, like the one we got from what I'm assuming is the opening scene. That could be like Richie or Amber's mask from the last movie. So that could be it. Not 100% sure, but that is a really good point though. I would love to see 9 ghost faces show up in one scene though, because that's fucking terrifying. Half-breed music. I love it. Love it, man. Omar Lopez is throwing $2 in there, showing up for the stew train. Family members. I love it, Omar. You know, I so many people want it to happen. I almost hope it happens. I don't see it happening, but hey, you know, there's so many people are stew crazy. So, want to see some more stew action happening in the future, but I don't know. I just don't think it's this movie. But hey, man, keep the hope alive, Omar. I love it. Thanks for the $2, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. What else do we got here? I hope this movie doesn't turn out like Halloween Ends. Oh man, don't get me started. don't get me started on that one. You got a problem, guy? Shank guy flees store. Crazy stuff. It's gonna be a nuts movie, man. Tony is saying maybe Sam and Tara's mom is the killer. I don't know, Tony. We don't have anybody cast as Christina, so I'm not 100% sure. Sarah's saying craggly is a great word. It really is. I just love it. I love saying it all the time. It sounds gross. It sounds like I'm touching a bunch of like gross bubble wrap or something. Craggly. That's what I see in my mind when I say that. I don't know. What else are we thinking about theory wise, my friends? What else are we thinking about? But Jake Jenna Ortega stated that Samara Weaving was on set. Okay, this is actually a really good point. Stated that Samara Weaving was on set filming scenes on the subway. I think Samara is the... Well, she didn't say that Samara was filming scenes. She did say that Samara Weaving was on set. This was like her first time that she was on set. So she might have just gotten there early, wanted to hang out. Don't forget, she's worked with Radio Silence before, so I'm imagining that they're all friends, and she probably got into town before they filmed, let's say, the opening scene, wanted to hang out, wanted to be on set, because of course, if you got cast in the Scream movie, like if I got cast in a Scream movie and like I die and there's still like, 2 weeks of filming, I'm hanging out. I don't care. Like, I don't care what else is going on in my life. I'm hanging out there. So I'm not ruling out that she's still alive past the opening scene, but I genuinely think, based off of that one scene we get in the trailer, I think she's going to be the opening kill. But I don't want her, I don't want her to be the ringmaster. I'll tell you that. I want her to be featured way more in this movie. just because she's such a good actress. I think she could play a great Ghostface killer. I don't think it's happening. She's just not in the trailer like at all, man. We don't see her with the group. We only see her in that one shot running down an alleyway, and she's dressed up like Gale Weathers. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, I think, for her to be the opening kill. She's also, once again, someone who's worked a lot very closely with Radio Silence. This is essentially Radio Silence's Drew Barrymore they're killing in the opening scene. So it makes a lot of sense for them to do something like that, opening scene-wise. And also to make a statement that it's like, hey, Scream 6 is not here to fucking play. You know, Scream 5 opening scene, we subverted expectations by not having a kill, but now I want a gruesome kill at the very beginning of the movie. And if it's an upsetting death, like an actress that I really like, or that most people really like, that could be something really powerful. So I'm pretty dead set on that, but I don't know. I just haven't seen anything else that makes me think this is going to be an opening scene. Nothing else from the trailer is really screaming that besides, at least to me personally, besides that sequence that we get, which is, you know, a second long. So who knows, man. Legion is saying for $2, Legion, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. Saying plot twist, Danny Johnson is the cult leader. Dude, they could do that, man. They could finally incorporate what is the coolest Ghostface into these movies. That would be great. I would love it, Legion. I would love it more than anything. That would be awesome. Thanks for the $2, man. I appreciate that. Little Dead by Daylight killer action. I say yes. I say yes to that. Throw in some Dead by Daylight lore here. That would be cool. Be really cool. Omar is saying for another $2. Omar, thank you so much, dude. Saying plot twist, Corey Cunningham is the cult leader. You know, what I will say about that is Rowan Campbell, I think, would be great in these movies, but man, I'm not a Halloween Ends guy. I'll say that. Wasn't for me. Was not for me. I'll say this though. He's a handsome man. Like I get why people like that movie. He's a very handsome man. So if that's your thing, if you want to see handsome dudes run around killing people, go watch Halloween Ends. You're gonna love it. But I don't know. But personally, not for me. I really wanted to see some more Michael action. We got like maybe 8 minutes of screen time with him, and that was about it. I don't know. Was not for me. Not a movie for me personally. Omar, thanks for the $2 though. Thank you so much. Bro, need to talk about the menu for real, because I don't know if anyone paid attention, but that girl Margot died at the end. So I did a review on the menu. I don't know. I wasn't huge on that one either. It didn't really grab me. I was like, I don't know. In my opinion, I just don't think making a cheeseburger is a climax. I've had a lot of people fight me on that, but that has to be the most disappointing climax I've ever seen in a movie in my entire life. And she just leaves. Like, I don't know, man. That was pretty boring. But menu did not do it for me. There were some really funny moments, but besides that, I just don't understand. Really weird scripts. I don't know. I see why it has an audience because it's so out there. Like I do get that, but for me, it was not eventful enough. The Gordon Ramsay shtick, like that they were clearly focusing on, like that's basically just Gordon Ramsay the horror movie. That was funny. I loved when Tyler's bullshit. That's like one of the best parts of the movie, in my opinion. Very funny. That whole sequence is great, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't understand what that movie was trying to say. Like there was a lot of commentary about a lot of different things. It felt very messy. I don't know. Very, very strange movie. Very strange movie. But I know a lot of people loved it. Like I've seen some people say it was their favorite horror movie of last year, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, nice. But yeah. Adam's house, what I'll say, I don't even think that's a spoiler. I'm going to be completely honest. That's like, I won't say any more about the movie, but with the way that movie ends, nothing we've talked about so far is a spoiler. So you also, if you've never seen the movie, you have no context as to what Tyler's bullshit is. So trust me, I've spoiled nothing. If you haven't seen the movie, trust me. Yeah. Go watch it. Form opinions for yourself, though, of course, because a lot of people did like it. So I won't say I don't recommend it. It personally, just wasn't for me. I think it was pretty dumb, but just my opinion. Go check it out. What else do we got? What else are we saying here? Which movie will do better, Scream 6 or Evil Dead Rise? I gotta be honest, Devontae, those are my top two favorites that I'm the most excited for moving forward with horror this year. I'm so excited for both of those. I'm thinking Scream 6 probably does better at the box office, but then again, Evil Dead, we haven't had a movie since 2013, so that could make a lot of money. I could see it happening. Scream 6 is absolutely gonna go to the fucking moon, though. I think there's so much hype for that. So much hype for not only just for that, but so many of the weirder things that this movie's gonna offer that the franchise has just never done before. We're already seeing a lot of that teased in the new trailer. So I think it's gonna. I'm really pumped for it. I actually think it's gonna. Both of those movies, I think, are gonna do some really new things for both of those franchises. And man, I couldn't tell you which one's gonna do better. Actually, now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm like, ugh. Both of these are huge horror franchises that are pretty big time. So good stuff, Devontae. I love it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm leaning towards Scream 6, just because I would probably argue that's a bigger franchise than Evil Dead, but Evil Dead also has been around longer. I don't know. I think both of those are going to do really well, though. Both look incredible, too. David Gibson is throwing $2 out there saying Scream 6 is the Spider-Man No Way Home of horror. Don't say that. David, dear Lord. You're scaring me here. You're scaring me here, because if they start bringing back dead characters, man, I don't know. I'm cool with Kirby because they clearly have a whole explanation for it, but man, if they start bringing back more than one dead character, it's gonna lose me. So I don't know. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared with that one, David. But hey, man, I'm really excited for it regardless. Really excited for it. Thank you so much for the $2, man. Thank you. Gerald saying Sick was awesome. Jake, I did like it, actually. I thought it was a lot of fun. The chase scenes were fucking incredible. I hated the main character, but the chase scenes were fantastic, dude. I really loved that. I had a really fun time with it. But I think every time I say something, like if I focus a review on a negative aspect of a movie, I think everyone thinks I hate something, but I liked Sick. It was good. It just wasn't, I see a lot of people saying it's the best horror movie. It's going to be the best horror movie of the year. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I enjoyed it. I think it had some awesome chase sequences, but I had a good time with it. I had a fun time with it. I enjoyed it. Check it out. It's definitely, I actually even say in my review video, I was like, that's definitely the best Peacock original horror movie I've ever seen, because I think the rest of them that I've watched are just nothing really special. So that was the first one where there was a sequence in it that really stuck out to me. So I won't spoil anything, but there's one chase scene in particular that I think may be one of Kevin Williamson's best. So if that's your thing, if you're like, I love me some good chase sequences with killers, watch Sick. I think you'll absolutely love it. I personally didn't like the killer reveal, and I hated the main character so much. Like, so much so to the point where I wasn't even rooting for her. I was actually rooting for the killers at one point, but I still recommend it for fans of Kevin Williamson and fans of Scream, because the chase scenes are so strong and all that noise, I guess. Jared Barkley's throwing $5 in there saying Tara isn't a Scream killer, but the cult got her off screen, maybe manipulated her into tricking Sam. It's a big city. They got to corner Sam. That is a good point. I don't know, man. I mean, brainwashing someone isn't something that exactly happens overnight, but that's going to be tough to say. I think that actually might be kind of scary too, to kind of focus on some like real life scary shit, but I don't know. I just don't see Jenna going Ghostface in this movie. I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense story-wise with everything going on. I feel like they're going to focus a lot on Sam and Tara's relationship that has just been set up to now be okay. Hey, we're sisters again. Things are great. I feel like that's going to be the focus of her and Sam in this movie, having that relationship. But I don't know. I just don't see her going Ghostface. A lot has to think about that. Like you're going to start going around killing people. Like that's most people don't do that. You know what I mean? So it's going to take a lot to make someone, to manipulate someone into doing that. I don't know. Her being part of the cult, that's going to be tough. I feel like this whole cult thing is like years in the making too. I don't feel like this is something that happened just the other day. But I'm not ruling that out either. These movies like to pull the wool over our eyes and really trick us. But man, that would be something tough. I think that's tougher. That would be something tougher to write than how people are making it out to seem. But anything's possible in a Scream film. I mean, a good buddy Wayne was actually in the last stream over in the Lethal Collective when we were talking about. He was joking about like, hey man, it could even end in space. You never know. You never know what can happen in these movies, and it always throws you for a loop, and I love it. They're one of the best reveals in the whole franchise is in Scream 5, in my opinion. So. I really love what this franchise is always able to do, and it's always able to surprise you with something, and I really appreciate that for this. So I'm hoping to be surprised more than anything, Jarrett. I love it. Thank you for the $5 though. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Mar just threw out a hot dog. I love it. I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are my favorite. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I dig it. I like me a good hot dog. It's New York. We got the hot dogs. New York, gotta have somebody eating a hot dog at one point. Ghostface kills somebody with a hot dog. Okay, then now we're talking. Now we're talking. Someone chokes somebody with a hot dog. That could be a kind of a crazy scene. I don't know what I'm saying. Tackback is saying, do you think Scream 6 could have an after the credits scene setting up Scream 7? I'm not ruling it out. We've kind of done that sometimes in Scream, with the Ghostface last second wipe before the credits. That's kind of an after the credits scene, you know what I mean? So I'm not against that. I've seen a lot of people pitch the whole like Sidney Prescott getting a phone call at the end of the movie to set up 7. Once again, I'm not against that either. I want what's best for the story, and it seems like based off the trailer, we're really focusing on Sam as a character now, and she's going to be the focus of not only this movie, but what I'm assuming is 7. I really think some of the worst trilogies I've seen constantly shift focus from different characters. So I think it's just, you're gonna end up with a better story if you just stay on one character and don't really move that too much. So I'm hoping for a focused Sam story personally, but I'm not against Sydney showing up for 7 though. I'm not against that. I just feel like that particular after the credits scene where it's like phone call, hello Sydney, it's me again. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, that's putting her in the focus again, I feel. But maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe it's like the best thing that ever happened. We're also talking about it. I haven't seen it. Like maybe if I'm watching this, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. This is so cool. Oh my God, this is so cool. I actually that will be my reaction actually. That will be my reaction if something like that happens. But regardless, I'm really hoping for a focused Sam story more than anything. CFH Studios throwing $5 in there saying, ever seen Villains with Bill Skarsgård and Micah Monroe? This has been on my not bucket list, watch list, which I guess my whole watch list is my bucket list, but I have been meaning to watch this movie for like a couple of years now. I keep seeing it on Hulu and I'm like, this looks so good. I love both these actors. So I'm gonna, you know what, CFH Studios, I'm gonna watch this just for you. I'm gonna watch it tonight if I have some time. They're also saying, will we ever get a room tour? That's a great collection. So I did one a year ago for Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, I believe I did that for Ghostface tier and above, I think. I want to say, so if you're at the just Ghostface $3 a month, you can watch that. But I need to do an updated one because I definitely have some more movies since then. So I'll probably do one maybe next month. So I have stuff kind of planned out for February and March, but maybe April I might do another one. I'm thinking about it. It's been in the back of my brain, swimming around in there somewhere. So CFH Studios, I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen, man. But thanks for the $5. Thank you so much. Thank you. Omar Lopez throwing $2 in there saying, bro, what Ghostface kills his own cult members? Screw that. Don't do that. Don't be doing none of that. I mean, hey, maybe this guy's so evil he doesn't care, you know? Like, that actually is also kind of scary. Guy that's so worked up, so angry. Things aren't going his way, and he's like, ugh. He is a killer after all, so. You said watch Ghostface kill his own cult members. I totally read that. Omar, I totally read that wrong. I love that. I actually think that's kind of scary. Seeing him running around being like, you messed up. You done messed up. Now you get the old knifey. Watch it be like Samara Weaving, who's like in charge of the Ghostface, like the Ghostface cult, and she doesn't sound like that. I'm gonna come after you, stab you in the throat. You know what I mean? Like, she would never say that, never like that. But I love it. Actually, Omar, I think that's kind of sick. Thanks for the $2, dude. Mars throwing another 99 cents in there. Dude, thank you. I want to see what that sticker looks like. Looks like a little sleepy. Looks like a little sleepy thing. I don't know. I like it though. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mar. Omar Lopez again with $2. Holy crap. Saying, watch Ghosty say Sin City wasn't made for you. Okay. Hey, you know what? Meta references. I love it. Omar. Yes. Love it. Thanks for the $2. And again, Omar, oh my God, rapid fire with these super chats. Omar, I really appreciate the support. Saying Home Depot has hot dogs? Dog. What? Not at any Home Depot I've ever been to. I basically used to work at one of those. What? Omar, we're going to Home Depot together and we're getting some dogs. You understand? I'm so serious about this because, listen, Costco. I was told about Costco pizza a couple years ago, and I'm like, listen, there's no way Costco pizza is good. There's no way. You can't tell me that's good. I tried the Costco pizza and it's fucking delicious. It's amazing. Like, it's actually so kick-ass. So Home Depot hot dogs has me intrigued, Omar. I'm in. Hashtag Stew Train. Hashtag Home Depot hot dogs. I love it, man. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that you're on fire and crying into a Home Depot hot dog, but I appreciate the $2, man. Thank you. Mar once again throwing another 99 cents in there. I think this is another sticker. No, it's just 99 cents. Oh, Mar, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a whole lot. Appreciate that support. Mar's also saying, I think Devin Nakata is going to have a fake out death in the dorms. Ooh, I like the theory. I really think she's going to die on the ladder. I'm kind of dead set on that. I'm almost like, yeah, I think she's going to fall off the ladder because I don't think they're going to kill a main character with like that kind of gag, but I don't know. Hey, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Mindy does die in that scene. That'd be kind of messed up. So, but having a fake out death would be sick. I talked a little bit about that in my video today for Patreon. I talked a little bit about a certain character getting a fake out death. Go watch that. It's pretty good. Pretty good theory. Love me a good fake out death though. Trey the Legendary Gamer saying some reliable account on Twitter. I've heard that. Trey, I've heard that a few times, man. I've heard that a few times and have been wronged by it. Saying on Twitter states that Scream 7 will come out December 20th of 2026 for the 30th anniversary. Filming will begin in 2025. Why wait though? Why wait when it's hot, my friend? That's what I say. 30th anniversary though, I mean, I do get that, but hey man, if it's hot, strike while the iron is hot, as they say. This Ghostface is back with 2 C's from the dead, so it almost has to be Stu. Brian, I only make that joke because I was I'm always thinking about the thick with 2 C's joke, or 3 C's, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Stu, man. It's one of those things. I don't see it. I don't see how it could work without like a shit ton of explaining. And I feel like most people who want to do something like that just want Stu to come back. You know what I mean? They're like, I just want to see Stu run around and be silly and crazy. And I'm like, but if you can't explain it, if you can't make sense of it, I almost don't want to see it. I love that Ghostface always gets to have a monologue about like why they're doing what they're doing and why they decided to do it now. You know, there's always some kind of relevancy to the killings. So if Stu randomly decides to come back after hiding for like 20 something years, I need like an hour-long explanation on why he was just waiting in the shadows through all of the events of Scream 2, all of the events of Scream 3, 4 and 5, so on. Gabriel's saying, Jake, do you have a feeling about how could Scream 6 rank in the franchise? This is just a feeling thing. So right now I'm very hot on it. I gotta be honest. I'm so excited for this movie. It looks like it's gonna do everything I really want to see for the franchise just based off of the trailer. I really think this could be my favorite sequel in the whole franchise. I think, like, I love all of the sequels. I think they're all very fun. I watch them very religiously, but I think my big thing about every sequel is there's always one underlying problem with each of the movies for me. There's always one thing that I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't compare to the original. Like, everything's perfect in that first Scream movie, in my opinion. It's pretty damn phenomenal, pretty damn perfect. I don't And I don't feel that way about Screams 2 through 5. There's always something where I'm like, I don't know about that. Scream 4 is a little too meta. Y'all know I don't like. Honestly, my big problem with Scream 2 is the second act. That's my biggest problem with it. I really like Mickey. Debbie Salt though, I don't know. 3 is just too goofy. 4 is too meta. 5 has some issues with character development, but 1 is perfect. I think 6 is gonna be the first one to finally really feel like a fucking perfect movie, because I don't think it's trying to copy the same formula of the first movie like how Screams 2 through 5 kind of do. 6 is gonna be something different. I can just feel it from the trailer. Once again, like you were saying, Gabriel, this is totally just a feeling thing. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Maybe it sucks ass, but based off the trailer, based off of what I know about the movie, I feel like it's going to be something really special. I'm hearing a lot of positivity. There's so much positivity surrounding this movie too. I really think that this is going to be the best sequel, at least for me. Like, I know that there's so many things I love about the other movies where I'm like, oh, that's such a cool theme. I wish it was more developed. Mickey being the serial killer that was a pay for hire. So cool. Like, one of the coolest ideas for a Ghostface ever. And it is almost thrown aside. Like, it's not even that cool. They're like, yeah, that's a thing. Don't worry about it. But I'm Billy's mother. You know what I mean? It's like, what's like, that's a million times cooler than having the mom of the killer from the first movie show up. But they're just like, yeah, that's a thing, I guess. But there's a lot of really cool ideas in these movies that I hope to see developed a little more in this one. And I'm not saying any of those movies are bad. Like I said, I like all of them personally. I think it's one of the most consistent horror franchises out there, but there's always, because I hold it up to that standard though, I think I judge them a little harder. So there's like 1 or 2 things in each movie where I'm always like, I don't know how I feel about that. So that's just me, Gabriel. Sarah's reminding me to hydrate. I really appreciate that. So sometimes I forget, so. Yes, this is how much water I drink in a day. I drink 2 of these every single day, which I've been told is enough to flood my body, but I don't care. I drink a lot of water. I don't know what it is. But thank you, Sarah. Thanks for the reminder. Check notifications on your phone. I got nothing. You know what? I'm just gonna check my phone for like 20 minutes of the stream. I don't know. If you sent me something, Sarah, I missed it. If you sent me something, I missed it. Thoughts on the Jason Takes Manhattan Easter egg, like that little right at the end. That's really cool. I think there's gonna be there's probably gonna be some kind of allusion to Friday the 13th. You know, this is Scream after all. Huge staple of this franchise is meta commentary towards the horror franchise. 100% think we're going to at least reference this once. We've already seen a little reference of it from the teaser and the trailer now. But the big one is having actually Jason on the subway at one point. So I do think that's going to be something that is 100% going to be relevant in this movie. I would be shocked if it's not. I'd be really shocked. Carrie Craves Cinema has been a member for 9 months. Holy crap! Saying 9 months I gave birth to happiness being a member. Well, Carrie, I'm so glad. I hope that wasn't a painful process. It sounds like it was, but I appreciate that. Deanna Ryder also has been a member for a month. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Possibly read my opening scene theory I posted. Let's see that. I don't know. I'm going back. I'm going back. Let's see it. Deanna saying, I think the opening is actually Sam at therapy after she leaves. Ghostface kills him/her. Henry Czerny gets murdered. Okay, cool. Because I think he's the therapist, so that would be pretty crazy. She then says that's where wrongly accused comes into play. Sam was the last appointment, and the therapist is found dead. Oh, okay, so that she's blamed for it essentially, but there's no evidence that it was her. Okay. I dig that. I dig that a lot. That would be a pretty good way to group everybody back into it too, especially if someone who everyone pretty much knows is innocent is being accused for the crimes. Gail Weathers is going to be all over that. Same with Kirby, if she's an FBI agent. She's like, oh, this is my area of expertise. I've been through this before. Let's get on this. That's actually okay. I actually really like that, Deanna. That's pretty sick. That would make sense for why to start the movie this way. And we do know that she's being falsely accused for something that's been kind of hinted at, kind of rumored. I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true, but I do feel like that's something we could play into in this movie, which would be fun if Sam's kind of being accused for being this murderer, and then have that play into something that actually happens in like the next movie, set up for her becoming this like anti-Ghostface thing, which I think would be a really cool idea. So I don't know, man. I'm down for it. I am down for it. Thank you, Deanna. It was a doozy, but the Kool-Aid helped. The Kool-Aid always helps. It makes everything good. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this shit one day. But yes. Will is saying Stu is dead. It's his son. It sings from a writing perspective. Hey, man, all the power to you, you know? All the power. All of it. All of it for you, man. I mean, you know, Billy's daughter is in these movies. I've seen that argument. I'm like, hey, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm just like, I don't think everything, like even making Sam Billy's daughter, I'm like, I don't even think that was necessary. I don't even think we had to do something like that. I mean, Mindy explains at 5, they're like, oh yeah, you know, we're caught in the middle of a requel. So that's perfect that you're Billy's daughter. It makes sense. That's why you're the killer. You know, they're all blaming her. They're already blaming her for being the killer. And I feel like that conversation is going to bleed into 6 a lot. So I feel like that's why it's important, but I'm like, if you don't have to connect things to the past, you don't have to, you know. I guess that's my one weird thing about this franchise, that it seems like everyone loves that besides me, but to me, it's so much easier to write a story when you're not trying to make everything connect to another story from the past, especially if it's not your story. You know what I mean? Like the people writing this new one, yes, are working alongside Kevin Williamson, who I'm sure is giving them notes and has some kind of creative influence, but ultimately it is their script, it's their direction, it's their movie. So I don't know, man. I feel like that's just, it feels a little unnecessary if you don't have to. It might muddy up what could be a good story. Like, I think 5 could have been fantastic if it wasn't so muddied up with trying to connect everything to the past. We had to have that third act setting of Stu's house, which was cool, but maybe would have worked better somewhere else. You know what I mean? We've seen a third act at Stu's house, and it was awesome all the way back in 96. And there are some elements to that third act in Scream 5 that just feel a little bit rehashy, if that makes sense. And it's tough unless you're doing your own new thing. It's tough to make something bringing back an idea from the past that we've already seen in another movie feel fresh again. You can't always do that. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you very easily can. But I would argue it's tougher than just writing something new. It's a good challenge, though. It's always a good challenge. Randy's kids. Hey, did Randy have a kid? I mean, creepy care, man. What was going on with all that? Maybe. My boy Chad isn't getting any screen time. He's supposed to be the heart of the movie. Yeah, we didn't see too much of him in the trailer. Kind of a shame, actually. We've seen a lot of Mindy. We've seen a lot of Jen Ortega and Sam. We haven't seen a whole lot of Chad, though, which is kind of surprising, Gerald. I concur with that. Pretty kind of strange we didn't see a whole lot of them. So Omar Lopez is throwing $5 in there. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate that. Saying I'm making a Halloween fan film next year. Good luck. And I'm filming at my job, a dental office. Nice. In Berwyn, Illinois, you making Red Right Hand inspired me. You're the man, bro. Thank you so much, Omar. I appreciate that. I wish you luck with your fan film. I hope it's awesome. It's gonna be at a dental office. That's fucking cool. Never seen Michael walk around one of those. I'm intrigued. Hey, keep me updated, Omar. When you get something done, send it to Jake's way. Send it through. I'm excited to see it. Thank you so much, Omar. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. Good luck with the fan film. I got a buddy of mine making a Halloween fan film right now too, and I got to see the trailer for it a little while ago, and it looks really good. I'm really excited to see that. So I don't know, a lot of Halloween stuff. It's like we didn't get enough from Halloween Ends, so we got a lot of people making fan films. I dig it a lot. I can't wait to see that franchise come back too. I'm really, after Halloween Ends, I'm in need of a good Michael movie so bad now, which I know it's like, you just got 3 movies, Jake. I know, but I like Michael. He's a good guy. I like hanging out with him. He's not a good guy. What the hell am I saying? I like seeing him kill people. It's fun. Alejandro saying, hey, Killjoy Jake, I'm busy working on something. I do not have any theories, but I am here in the chat hearing everyone's theories. Nice. I'm glad you're hanging out though. That's all good. You don't have to have any theories. You can just hang out, just chill. That's all good. It's all good, man. We're vibing. We are absolutely vibing. Malik is here. Yo. What's up, man? Saying, Jake, do you think Ghostface being so bold in the store scene means that these ghost faces have a backup plan if one of them dies? Well, yeah. I mean, if one of them dies, maybe they're just like, lambs to the not lambs to the slaughter, but maybe they're just a pawn in a bigger game, essentially. Cult of Ghostface, that whole thing happening here. So that could make sense. Yeah. 100%. I actually do think a Ghostface will die at some point in this movie, like before the third act, which could be really cool. Like that would be kind of really cool to see. And then it's just like some random dude. It's like, what the hell? I don't even know who this is. Why is this person Ghostface? That makes no sense. That could actually be the scene in the bodega too. Maybe Sam gets the shotgun from him or something. That would be wild if they did something like that too. Oh, it'd be awesome. Andrew saying, sorry, Jake, but how long are you streaming for? I'm probably going to go for 2 hours and then your boy's peacing out. So 10 o'clock, I'm out of here. I'm going to go for a little bit longer. 2 hours. Let's make it 2 hours. Next Gen Studios is saying if it's Sam, people will say it's obvious because she's a relative. People also say it's obvious because Scream uses reverse psychology. I don't see how it could be Sam. I feel like they're setting up something bigger with Sam than just to randomly reveal her being a killer the whole time. And I don't know. There's so many shots in this trailer where we see Sam running away from a ghost face too. I don't know. I see her being set up to be this like ghost face that wants to get revenge for someone killing her sister or something, some kind of motivation for her to kill. I think we're gonna actually see it happen through these movies because we're from her perspective. We're mostly she's like the main character now. I could see that being set up to do like your killer perspective movie, but she's got a good reason. Like she doesn't have like it's not a selfish thing. Well, it is a selfish thing, but it's for a good cause to stop someone who killed her sister, and she maybe gets blamed for it. Maybe she gets blamed for everything that happens in this new movie. Maybe, I don't know, man. And maybe somehow she gets out of all of it. She gets totally cleared, but the real Ghostface killer is still out there, and she's going after this character or the rest of this cult who maybe doesn't get introduced. Maybe all those characters don't get introduced in this movie, but they are present. They could then be some of our main characters in 7 who Sam is going after as Ghostface. We finally get our movie from the killer's perspective. That would be kind of insane. What a crazy trilogy that would be, and what a fucking crazy finisher. I'm really hoping for something like that from Sam in the new movie. Yes, there wouldn't be as much of a mystery, but it would. I think it would be still super cool to see something like that happen. Totally different story for this franchise, stepping in some totally new territory, telling a crazy big story of that degree. I just think would elevate so much about this franchise and stick out as this crazy arc. So I don't know. Me personally, I think that would just be insane. Yo, Child of the Corn is here. What's up, Anthony? How's it going, man? Saying, throwing $10 in there. Dude, thank you so much, man. Saying, yo, Jake, the way Sam Raimi shot this first Evil Dead is insanely unique. I'm digging it. You like Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead, but would you choose his Don't Breathe film over 2022, The Barbarian similar vibe? Ooh, that's really tough. I really like both of those movies. Fuck, man. I'll say this, I definitely like Evil Dead 2013 better than both of those movies because I love that movie with my entire soul. But man, Don't Breathe or Barbarian, both of those are really good. But I might have to go with Barbarian overall. I love Don't Breathe. I think it's an excellent thriller. It's so suspenseful. I think the sequel's underrated as hell too. I love Fede Alvarez. I mean, the guy is insane. He's doing a new Alien movie. I could not be a bigger fan of his. I love everything that he's touched. But Barbarian is such a masterful, constantly throwing you for a left turn. All these, I'm not going to spoil it because I'm talking about, I talked about bodies after 6 months and people got mad at me for that. So I'm not going to spoil it, but I loved all the left turns they threw at you with Barbarian. I did not see anything. It was the most like, holy shit movie I've ever seen in my life. I genuinely did not know where it was going to go and how it just kept getting crazier and crazier. So I really loved that film. I think I got to put it over Don't Breathe, even though I think both of those are very well executed movies personally. So killer flicks, really hard decision there too, dude. But talking about Evil Dead being insanely unique and how it's filmed, dude, I couldn't agree more. For how low budget that movie was, it's incredible. I mean, it's really well done. It's easily one of the best low budget movies ever made. I love that first Evil Dead so much. All the Evil Dead films are winners in my book. I like every single one of them. Even Army of Darkness, which a lot of people like to shit on, but I think it's a killer movie. It might be the most Sam Raimi movie ever made. It might be the most Sam Raimi movie in existence. It's so, if you boil down Sam Raimi's essence into a movie, it's Army of Darkness. And I don't know, I've always loved it. Always loved that one so much. Child of the Corn, thanks for the $10 though, dude. I hope you're enjoying Evil Dead. I got your message earlier saying you were watching that, so I hope you're enjoying it, dude. Go through that whole franchise if you have the time, man. That is a great watch. That is so much fun to go through all 4 of those movies. Especially because of how different they are. Like you're never like, okay, I'm feeling like I'm watching the same thing. You know what I mean? Every single movie hits on something different, goes to a different place, and I don't know. It's a great thing to marathon. I think it's a great series to marathon. Just like the Scream movies, same thing. Like you're never really feeling, even though the formula is pretty much the same in all those movies, they all go to different places, and it has a different vibe sometimes. 4 it has a totally different vibe than 3. You know what I mean? Like, I would say that those are 2 totally different movies, even though they follow a similar format. VKD again, villain killing Dylan, throwing $2 in there. Thank you so much. Saying, Jake, have you seen The Unhealer yet? It's dope. The Unhealer? No. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know that was a word until you said that. 2020 movie, The Unhealer. Browser's not loading. That's okay. 83%. Ooh. A botched faith healing leaves a bullied teenager with unusual powers. Ooh, okay. I'll check it out. It's on Tubi for free. Yeah, man. Good stuff. I'll have to check that out, Villain Killing Dylan. I got a lot of movies to watch tonight now. Yeah, y'all are giving me some great recommendations. Okay, real quickly, this isn't Scream related, but I just want to give a little recommendation to y'all out there. I watched this movie last night that I had no expectations for, and it blew me away. It was killer. Called Inside from 2007. Amazing French horror film. Blew me away. Wow. I was genuinely super impressed by it. I can't say too much about this project, but me and my buddies were working on a really big project right now, and we were watching a few movies for inspirations, and we wanted to watch a bunch of like weird French horror movies, like from the thousands. The French had a lot of these movies during that time that were just like crazy, insane with the gore and the realism factor. And a lot of them are pretty fantastic. So we watched Inside from 2007, and then we watched High Tension, which I personally really like, but it might be the most divisive twist I've ever seen in a movie, maybe ever. But it works for me. I don't know. But Inside, highly recommend. Never heard of it until yesterday. Kicks ass. Genuinely a 9 out of 10 movie that I've just never heard of, and I was like, wow, okay. So highly recommend. And I still haven't watched Frailty. Sarah, I'm so sorry. Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna watch all these movies. I'm just gonna stay up all night and watch all these movies. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna happen. It is absolutely gonna happen. Oh man, Jared is saying, Jake, speaking of Tara, what if she says we lured them in and it was edited for the trailer to avoid spoiler or multiple ghost faces? Ooh. I'll have to listen to it again because there's a few of those in the trailer that I've caught already. Gail saying, I'm going to shoot you in the head. Totally cut that. Totally cut a fuck out of there. Let me tell you. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going on there. They took a lot more attention to detail with the trailer this time around because there was a lot of shit that was edited pretty well. And that to me is how you do a trailer. Even if it comes off as kind of cringe, listening to that line in the trailer, you know it's going to hit hard when you hear that fuck in the theater from Gale during that sequence. And you're just like, oh, fuck. Oh, man. Here we go. Man. Yes, but dude, I'm 100% so sold. So sold on this movie. I think it's going to kick ass. Mara is saying to go back and read his prediction. I got you. I think Tara is a killer, and her motive is her wanting to put an end to the Ghostface attacks, and her wanting to kill people connected to the past. So she tries to kill all to put an end to the Ghostface attacks. I mean, yeah, see, that's pretty cool. I dig that. I just don't know. Like, maybe, there's like a 10-year gap between Scream 5 and 6. I could buy into this, but there's been like less than a year between these two movies. And I just don't know if Tara would go would turn that fast into just like, I need to start killing everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe because her like Amber was a really good friend of hers, it seems like, okay, maybe she was influenced by that, but she shoots Amber in the face at the end of the movie. I don't know. I think it would be shocking to do something like this, but I need some setup to it. And once again, I haven't seen how this movie flows yet. I'm not seeing the setup yet. You know what I mean? Maybe if I'm seeing the setup, maybe I'm liking it. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm completely against a Tara Ghostface, but I just don't know how it could. I don't know how it could work. There are some characters where I'm like, man, I don't. This is something. This is out there. I'm not totally against Tara becoming Ghostface, but I need some crazy explanation for it happening. I also feel like a lot of this is based off of just that one picture from the trailer too. So I don't know. I have I don't know. Maybe. I love the motivation though. I do love that motivation. That's pretty sick. That goes hard. But I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sold on her. Are you on the Tara train? Yeah, I'm on the Tara train. Tara train! Let's go! Tara Ghostface, killer in this movie. Let's make it happen. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I like Tara as a character. I do think it makes, to me in my head, and maybe I'm just hard-headed, but it makes more sense for her to get killed at the end of this movie. If she does become a Ghostface, she'll probably die. So it's kind of a win-win. it's kind of a win-win scenario, unless you're like a huge fan of Jenna Ortega, who doesn't want her to die. I love Jenna Ortega too. I'm not trying to say I'm not a fan, but I think her dying in this movie would seriously aid the next film. But I don't know. We'll once again, we'll just have to see. Evil Dead Rise is the creepiest trailer I've seen in a while. Movie looks awesome. Tell me about it, Michael. Dude, oh my God, it's gonna kick ass. That movie is. I think it's really going to be another great Evil Dead film. I don't know where it's going to rank in my, like how I rank the franchise. I don't think I'm going to like it more than Evil Dead 2013, but I do think I'm really going to like it. It's going to be a kick-ass entry. It's going to be really tough. I don't know how to rank the Evil Dead franchise. I like every single movie is a 10 out of 10. Like, I really don't know how to rank that franchise. It's tough. It's tough to say, but, hopefully this is yet another to add to that list of just 10 out of 10s, but we'll just have to see, man. We will just have to see. I'm so excited to watch it here in April, dude. Oh my God, we're almost there. We're almost there, just a couple months away. We have so much good horror coming out in the next 3 months too. Oh, and then it comes to a screeching halt at the end of April. But hey, first 4 months of the year, baby. Lots of good horror. Lots of good stuff. What do we got still left? We got Infinity Pool this week. So excited for that. We got Fear this week as well. Knock at the Cabin next week. Winnie the Pooh in February. Cocaine Bear. I shouldn't say that on the live stream. Scream 6, 65, Renfield, Evil Dead, and Beau is Afraid. And then I'm not covering anything until July 7th when Insidious 5 comes out. But hey, we got these first 4 months, baby. We got so much to cover, so much to talk about. Oh, it's gonna be another great year for horror. I don't know if it's gonna top 2022 because that might have been the best year of horror I've ever lived through, but it's gonna be a killer year. Dan the Man saying I legit went into Scream 5 thinking Tara was going to die, and she gets a whole Scream trilogy. Dude, I think they're gonna kill her, man. I mean, she's this huge star. This franchise is all about subverting expectations. I don't know. I think she could. I really think she's just gonna die in this movie, but. Just my thoughts. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Not claiming to be right by any means. May Ann is saying the other night I kept hearing the mom from Evil Dead Rises laugh in my head. Dude, that line is already iconic from the trailer where she's like, "Mommy's with the maggots now." That's not how she sounds at all. But dude, that line just creeps me the fuck out. There's something about the way she delivers it, the look on her face. Ugh. Dude, the movie's gonna be so good. Oh, I can't fucking wait. I finally watched Evil Dead 2013. Oof, I was queasy. My body is not ready for Evil Dead Rise. That's why I love it. Any movie that is so disgusting and so freaky like that. A double feature I often do is record like Spanish found footage horror movie about like a bunch of zombies and shit. Highly recommend. Maybe one of the best zombie movies ever made. I do that in Evil Dead 2013. It's just a really good pairing in my mind. Two very fast-paced, bloody, gory, gross out, but also well-written horror flicks that I really like. I put them together, so it's good. Omni saying I heard of High Tension and hate the twist. I like I said, gotta be the most divisive twist ever because it kind of doesn't make sense. But my thing about it, especially after watching it again yesterday, I'm like, there's so much setup for it that you're not thinking about, especially if you don't know the twist. It does feel like a sucker punch the first time you watch it, but rewatching it, I'm like, oh, okay, there's enough setup for it. It makes sense, but. Without spoiling anything, once again, I'm teetering here, trying not to spoil anything. But there's one scene at the very beginning that makes the whole thing not really make sense if you're thinking about it very logistically. But I'm fine with it. I think the reason they put that scene in there was just to do something really disturbing. But I like now that I've seen it again, I like the twist even more though. The first time I watched it, I was pretty I don't know how I feel about that, but. Watching it a few times, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, it works. I dig it. But I totally get why it's controversial because it does kind of sucker punch you right at the end. Check out High Tension. I highly recommend it. Even if you think don't look up anything about it either because don't have that spoiled for you because I think it's a really crazy out there twist. I appreciate the ambition of it for sure. So Alexander Aya, however you pronounce his last name, could not recommend that guy's movies more. Huge fan of that director. Next Gen Studios is ordering at Chipotle, I guess. That's a good order. I like it. I'm getting Chipotle tomorrow. I haven't had it since I quit. And it's almost been a year since I had it. I had it like every day for a year because like if you work at Chipotle, you just get free food, like you get a free meal. So I had it like pretty much every single day for like a year, and I almost kind of miss it now that I've gotten so much so far away from it. I'm like, oh, I kind of miss Chipotle. That's funny. What else are we talking about? What's up, Vance? How's it going? Hey, Jake. Hey, Vance. What's up? Jake loves the trucker. The trucker guy's scary, man. He's scary in that movie. What? Jake, do you get discounts? Give us the hookups. So I did. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I did for a little while. But like, pretty much everyone I knew at that Chipotle I worked at quit. So like, I don't think I would get discounts anymore. But I got a gift card recently for this Christmas. Like, kind of once again, totally a joke gift. Because I used to work there, and so I'm actually really excited to go get some food from there again. I haven't, like I said, I haven't eaten it in like a year because dude, you eat something every day for a year, even if it's something as good as Chipotle, you're just like, yeah, no. But yeah. Was there a huge hole in Richie and Amber's plan? If they were to frame Sam, then who was Ghostface at the hospital? Well, I'd imagine Sam. Sam would have been the one to do that. You know, like people outside, reporters, whomever, didn't necessarily see that. I also feel like, since they're huge fans of the Stab franchise, they might have kind of pinned somebody else into it all as well. Someone else going crazy. I would imagine they would do like two people because that's how most of the Stab movies, I think, at least go. So if they're huge fans of it, I'd imagine that they would do two people as the killers because they're such, they're fans of the franchise. They're not toxic. How can fandom be toxic, as Richie says? So, man, nuts. Lord, I'm scared this third act. I feel like I'm gonna be shook. Me too, Vance. I'm so excited. So excited. I don't know why, but I enjoyed High Tension. I never saw the twist coming. I didn't. There's really no way to see it coming. Like there really is no way to see it coming, and that's why I think it's so well done. Once again, I think that I can't. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but like once again, there's that scene at the beginning which is really messed up and really holy crap, like that's one of the most memorable things from the movie, but it kind of renders the whole twist not making sense. But in that same breath, I don't mind. Like it's so scary. It's so crazy. But I don't know. Carrie saying I attempted to watch High Tension, but I did not. Oh, you gotta finish it, Carrie. You gotta finish. Like even if you hate the twist, I'm always curious to hear people's reactions. Like I watched it with a bunch of friends this weekend. My buddy bought it recently and had never seen it, and I'm like, oh dude, I can't wait for you to watch that. Because the twist is so divisive. I'm always curious to hear people's takes on it because it's so out there. And all my buddies actually liked it, which I was really surprised. I'm surprised nobody here is like kind of hates it. But no, I recommend it. I think it's a really interesting movie. It's they play around with how things twisting things and all that. So I don't know, but it's cool. I gotta stop talking about it. I don't want to spoil it. Go watch it. I highly recommend it. Like I said, anything from that director too, I highly recommend. He did the Hills Have Eyes remake, Piranha 3D, which I have a soft spot for. It's not a well-made movie, but I like it. What else has he done? I'm trying to think. Crawl from 2019. I could not recommend that movie more. That movie kicks ass. He did this movie called Mirrors, which my buddy Sean recommended to me. I've never seen it before, but I looked it up today. I do want to watch that at some point. But yeah, good stuff. The Babadook is the best scary movie because it's elevated horror, as Tara would say. I like that. I like the Babadook. I haven't gone back. I haven't felt a need to go back and watch it recently. But I remember the first couple times I watched it, I loved it. I've seen it 3 times, and I don't know. I do want to go back and watch it. Oftentimes, if people are talking about like 2010s horror, I oftentimes will say that this is one of my favorites. I love it. It's like 10 out of 10 movie. I just recently haven't felt the need to go back and watch it. I even bought it recently too, and I'm just like, I don't know. I hated the twist in High Tension. Hated it, not gonna lie. Love the director's stuff, but the twist fell flat for me. Listen, like I was saying earlier, I totally get it. It is it kind of is. It's so out there. You're like, I can't believe this is even happening. I get it. I totally get it. I can't even argue with that because it's very divisive. I will say even on my first watch, I was like, okay, that was weird, but I enjoyed it, but second time around, there's so many hints that that's happening. There are so many hints that is what is going on here the whole time, really. And yeah, I got to shut my mouth because I want to talk about this so bad, but I'm well aware that this is a more obscure horror movie that most people haven't seen. So I don't want to spoil nothing. Dude, that movie's crazy though. It is a insane movie. The gore too is so good, like 10 out of 10. Kills, gore, 10 out of 10 in that movie. So if nothing else, if you hate the twist, you'll love the kills, you'll love the gore. I watched the Babadook and fell asleep halfway, woke up tripping the fuck out. Oh, nice. Ooh, don't watch that movie on substances, man. That will freak you out. Be careful. Be careful, Mayanne. Watching these horror movies. Ooh, that's scary. That's ooh. That they feel a little more real when you're on substances. That's all I'll say. Ugh. I can't believe 140 people are still here. Welcome. I'm so glad y'all are hanging out with me for this long. This is nuts. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all. I love it. Savage92 is saying, Jake, who do you think is the killer in Scream 6? I'm pretty dead set on, and this could be interchangeable, but I think Dermot Mulroney will be one of them, and or Kirby, as well as Liana Liberato. That's my guess as of right now. I've seen a lot of people say Henry Czerny is possibly the killer, which I'm also not against that either. But I think he's gonna die. We don't see him at all in the trailer. And that to me is I don't know. I think that that could make sense too. But I'm really dead set on one of the cops, one of the cop characters being one of the ghost faces. I'm like pretty 100% on that. So, and Liana Liberato, the only reason I'm saying her too is if it is Dermot Mulroney as the lead killer, I feel like she might be his daughter secretly because like we had this article all the way back into last year, where he was kind of talking about, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a cop in this new movie and my daughter's a victim to Ghostface in this one. So to me, I hear that and I'm like, if a Ghostface killer was telling me this, maybe they're lying. You know what I mean? So if he does end up being the killer, maybe actually Liana Liberato is his daughter and she's alive the whole time and he was faking the whole thing. Maybe he's just some dude who's totally obsessed with true crime. He's a cop after all, so he's got to have some kind of interest in what he's doing, I'd imagine. And yeah, maybe he's just really fascinated with the Ghostface murders. Like I was talking about earlier, I was really thinking that fuck, I had a thought and I totally lost it. I was like, shit. You have all that stuff in the shrine. Someone has to have access to an evidence locker, some situation like that. You gotta explain why all that stuff is there. If it's for, if it's the killer's shrine, if not Gale's. So we had a really good theory earlier, though. Someone was pitching that maybe the shrine is Gale's, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I kind of dig that. Kind of dig that theory. Nurali is throwing $2 in there, though. Welcome to the stream, Nurali. Welcome. They're saying, I feel like it's Jack Champion's character, Evan. Ooh. If it is Jack Champion, that would be pretty surprising. I'm not expecting it to be him. I feel like they showed so little of him in the trailer, which could be a good reason for him to be the killer. But I feel like he's gonna be I feel like he's gonna be a love interest character, and I feel like he's gonna die. But that's just my feeling. I have literally nothing to base that off of. But they don't show him that much in the trailer, so he's suspicious. He's absolutely gonna be suspicious going into this movie for me because they don't show him that much in the trailer. Anybody they don't show that much, I'm pretty suspicious of. I've gone back and watched those trailers a lot, and they almost never show. They show so little of the killers in those movies, in the trailers for those movies. I really think it could be him. He's definitely up there. I think Dermot Mulroney, Josh Segarra, Liana Liberato, Jack Champion, Henry Czerny. Am I missing anybody? No, I think, and Kirby. Yes, those 6 people, in my opinion, I feel like we can deduce down that 1 or 2 of those people are the killers in this one. So I think you're onto something, Nurali. You might be onto something. I like it. Thank you for the $2, though. Thank you. What a good friend. I appreciate that. All right, well, I'm doing one more, and your boy's tired. I've been up since like 4 a.m, and I think I might even hop on another stream a little later. As Yet Untitled is saying, love in the trailer. It shows Gale has a pass to a building, little nod to Scream 3, where she needs one to get into the building? Question mark. Also, why does she have a pass? So she's a big celebrity now. We're no longer dealing with Gale Weathers trying to work her way to the top. She's at the top. She's got access to a whole bunch of crazy shit, I'm imagining, in this movie, which I'm sure is going to be used to further the plot for convenience sake. But no, I have no idea. As Yet Untitled. That's a great idea. I really love the whole idea that she's in charge of the shrine. I think that's so interesting. I don't know. Fascinating shit. But As Yet Untitled, I love it. Love it so much. I love all the theories y'all pitched tonight were fucking crazy. Holy crap, we had a good conversation. Y'all are the best. Thanks for hanging out. God, I love you guys so much. Love hanging out with y'all. Thanks for showing up. I'm gonna be live like pretty much every night this week, by the way, except for Thursday because I'm seeing Infinity Pool and I'll have a review of that Friday morning. But just so you guys know, I'm going to Florida on Friday to visit my buddy. He's paying for it and everything. Guy's amazing. Shout out to you, Joe. And I'm gonna be hanging out with him for a couple of days, and I won't be making content again until the Friday afterwards. So there's gonna be a week of no content on this page. Sorry about that, but guys got to do what I got to do. I got a screenplay to write too because your boy's working on another movie. So lots of good stuff coming in the future. I can't wait to share it all with you. Join me for a stream tomorrow and one Wednesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for talking Scream with me. Love all you guys. Love talking with you guys. And like I always